Good morning. The longest running daily variety show.
I was walking down the road today, looking for another way to ease my mind and how my living.
The Mark
I look into the window.
Inspire Show. 1,823 days in a row, live. Long form. This is a show where we get together and connect. It's usually nighttime, but now we're trying to do a morning show. It's an inspirational show, so it really should be at the front part of the day. Get us multiplied and amplified before we go into the world. We have Clapper with us live as well. Welcome, Clapper. Welcome everybody on DLive, X, on Facebook, and of course, YouTube. We officially hit 13,000 subscribers last night, and I'm really pumped about that. 13 is my favorite number. I was born April 13th. And anytime I see 13 in my life, I'm like, yes. I just get amped about it. I just love 13. I think it's the greatest number ever. I really do. Telephone game in the house. So good to see you from the top. Thank you for being here with me. 2 days until we get to year 6 in a row of this show. Oh, man, it's been a run. 1,823 days in a row today. I don't know what we're going to talk about. I do want to go over a few news stories, a couple things I found. I have a news story that I'm actually editing right now that I'll have out later this morning. It's about fasting, gut health, and the brain. It's a very powerful piece of news. I'm not sure if you guys have seen any of my new news stories, but I like to get really into the detail now. I'm reading the entire story for you. They're not little like flimsy stories with some comedy. They're full-on stories with some comedy. So you're getting, if you went to read the article online, it's exactly as the article says. I'm reading them verbatim for you. And it's because I have this new teleprompter app for my phone. So whenever I do see a story I like now, I can read it with the intent I want. I can say it exactly how I want because the words are there. I don't have to improvise like I've done for every other news story you've seen prior to this. Improvising is great, but when it comes to the news, it's hard. I used to have this idea where I got the concept of the story and I'm doing it, so I'm improvising, and then I'd push stop and I'd go back and read a little more so I'd get some more detail and then go back and add to the story. And it was always a long, arduous process in order to get a news story together with some actual rich content in it. But now, you give me any news story in the world, I'll read it for you incomplete and then add a little comedy, celebrity impression, whatever, in order to make it topical and make you want to see more. So please head over. I did something really unique yesterday. I found a magazine from 1968, Israel 1968. It was this 20-year anniversary of the war that they had just, I guess they were just reflecting on the war 20 years earlier. I didn't realize while I was filming this that the 20-year anniversary was 1968, and we are here in 2023. So it was 75 years ago that war took place. And I haven't heard anybody else, any other talking heads in the news telling you that, hey, this attack took place exactly 75 years after the war, after the Israelis won the war, the Arab-Israel War in 1948. Zabrowski. We have a guy named Matt Zabrowski here. He gives us a woohoo every day. I'm throwing it to him. Zabrowski. That was a good one. Zabrowski, you didn't get that much volume on it today. Would you sit off the mic? You decided to go, woohoo! From back there, when I hire you to do woohoo, Zabrowski, you show up, you put the microphone inches away from your freaking mouth, all right? And when I get to the end of Something to Live For, you go, woohoo, right into the microphone. We want to be amplified, Zabrowski. You're giving us a half woohoo today. You know, guys, it's times like this you got to question Matt Zabrowski's interest in being the woohoo guy for the Mark Inspire Show. Do you? 1,823 days in a row of a woohoo from Matt Zabrowski. You guys are like, how do I get a woohoo? Just go buy the Mark Inspires, or buy the Mark Pires Something to Live For song. At the end of every Something to Live For song, there's a woohoo from Matt Zabrowski. You guys didn't realize this, but when you buy it, you hire Zabrowski to come to your house and do a woohoo. Nobody knew it. Nobody. They're like, I want a woohoo. It's $1. He's a $1. You get a woohoo from Matt Zabrowski. He jumps in his car for $1 to come over to your house and hit you with a woohoo. What's that, Zabrowski? Oh, Zabrowski. Yeah, fine. He said, do you mind if I finish up my yoo-hoo? I just did my woohoo. You could do whatever you want. I get you a 6-pack of yoo-hoo a day, so you could do your woohoo. But you want to go and drink it? Go ahead, buddy. So, guys, this is live improvisation. Live positivity. I had someone the other day was talking about what is the attraction of this show. I've been here every day forever. Oh, God almighty. Give me a minute, guys. I got to take this call. I am in the middle of a work day. Give me a second. All right. Alrighty. We're back. I'm a real estate agent. That's how I make a living. This show is just intended to bring the world together. So if you ever do need assistance in the real estate business, whether it's buying or selling, please reach out to me. I can help you anywhere in the country. Right now I'm trying to help Modoc Roughstock find a real estate agent in Nevada so he could sell his place. And Renee Woods reached out as well, and she's looking for assistance. So this show was started with the intent of reaching and meeting people across the country who needed real estate help. And then it started and became something completely different, the ultimate live creation show. I started this thing December 31st, 2018. I went live for the first time. And then I went live again the next day, and live again the next day, and then the next day. And it was my brother. I ran into my brother like a week after, and I guess he'd seen what I was doing. And he goes, "You know you can't go live every day. Nobody wants to see you live every day." And that just bothered me, like, to the core. If you took two people in a room and you were like, okay, let me just read their energy. Like, my brother is the complete opposite of me. He's totally pessimistic. I love my brother, but totally pessimistic. He sees the world from a different perspective. So when I heard someone who's pessimistic say, "You can't go live every day. No one wants to see you every day," I was like, don't tell me what the world wants or needs. I'm going to show up every day. In fact, I'll go every day for the rest of my life. Now, that was January 4th or 5th, 2019, 5 days after I started this show. Been here now 1,823 days in a row, long form. This is a streak no one else has ever attempted before, to do a long form show every day of live creation. There is no script here. Don't know what I'm going to say or do at any time on this show, and I think that to me is the draw. What the heck is Mark going to do next? We know he doesn't have a script. We know there are no words. We know there is no song, and then there's a song. We know there is no comedy, and then there's comedy. That, to me, is the draw. The draw of this show is, what is he going to do next? It's going to be fire, I'll tell you that. I don't know what it is. If I take out the guitar, I'm ripping it up. If I go into a piece of comedy, I'm doing my best to feel free and open in order for it to be as humorous as possible. I'm very physical with my comedy. I'm a celebrity impressionist, so I do all these crazy voices, and I'm happy to do any voice you want to hear. So pop on the screen. Let's see. Someone said, we got Bent on Chrome sent a message over here. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. I freaking love that. Oh, I love that. That's amazing. Let me say that again for you guys, because this is a piece of positivity and inspiration you need right here. What lies beneath us, what lies behind us and what is before us are just tiny matters compared to what lies within us. I love that. I often explain to you guys the uniqueness within you is uncomparable, and it becomes an easy source of division. If you came up to me and you said, I don't like this, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just being me. And being me means uniqueness, universal uniqueness. And within that, you could divide me from everybody in the world in a split second. Because it's easy to divide over uniqueness. Ooh, he's different. That's a problem. He writes music in the moment. He creates comedy in the moment. He's trying to inspire us to greatness. Something. Blah. It's people, everything in life is subjective. When it comes to art specifically, any song I've ever created or create going forward, you could either love it or hate it. It depends on your ability to connect to whatever I'm doing. I got a fire that's just been burning in me since the day I was born. To effect a positive change in this world. My motto, if you could see it on YouTube, you can, is effecting a positive change one person at a time. If my motto was to affect the world one day at a time, I would have quit 4 years ago. I'm only here because when I look up and I see very few people join, the most positive place to connect, it doesn't take me out and say, okay, it's because you suck. It takes me out because it's like the world is missing out on so much magic on a daily basis. It's not just my show. Other shows that connect you in the moment to the very thing that exists. When God created it all, he created it in this moment. It wasn't 500 million years ago. The end of everything we see now is not 500 billion years in the future. It's right now. It all happens right here in this moment. Therefore, the energy is so powerful. If you can connect to it, if you can feel, can you feel anymore? They want to destroy our emotional connection to each other. And I know people like, who's they? Do I even have to define who they are? Everybody except us. We are a group of people that are connected and meant to connect. And they know it. They know together we are strong, weaker, they could divide us, and they could pick us off one by one. They're doing it. They're doing it. The amount of hatred that has been perpetuated on lies in the last 1,000 years. The amount of death that's taken place in the name of God. It's completely mind-blowing to me. My philosophy is very simple. When I connect to my Lord and Savior Yahshua, and I'm here connecting to that highest of energies, and you're there connecting to your God, Krishna or whatever it is, and you're at the highest of energies, we are connected. Yeah, we may be believing in something in that moment that's different, but we are elevated to the highest level of life in that moment. So why can't we step aside and say, I respect that you have a God that you love and that you can connect to at this level. I'm there too, with my God. So you are my brother. You are my sister. Oh, you look different than me? God love you. God love you. I don't want anybody looking like me. I don't want anybody acting like me, being me. Go be you. The uniqueness within you is what I'm here to find. I'm here to drive it out of you. I'm sick of people telling you to follow. Go and do what everybody else does. Don't do that. You can't step out of the box. The box is a freaking lie. There is no box. They've built the box and thrown us all inside of it. Do you want to climb out of that box? Do you want to break that freaking cardboard wall down and go and do something unique? This is the question we have to face every day of our lives. You either get distracted by everything going on around you, or you drive towards the sun. It's all we got. It's all we got, fam. You got to find that fire within you for whatever it is that you love and bring it to the surface. Let the world be inspired by something that you can do and nobody else can. We have the ability. We just are afraid. People are so afraid of failure. You can't succeed if you don't fail 1,000,000 times first. You can't succeed if you're afraid of what it feels like to fail. You have to fail. Every day of your life is a failure until you succeed at whatever it is that you're after. But if you give up, you're done. One of my quotes is time plus effort equals result. Because the time can be extraordinarily long. It's like I started this show 5 years ago. And I'm still here performing at the same level, if not higher, than when I started. What we do here is, there's no way to explain what this show is. It's pure fire and truth and music and comedy every single day of the year. I'm not doing it because 7 or 3 or 9 people are here. I'm doing it because the world needs it. Billions of people across the world need what we do here every day. Whether or not they'll ever be able to find it because of the powers that be is a whole other story. When I was growing up, we had this thing called a grassroots movement. That is what happens with this show. It takes forever, clearly 5 years, and we haven't even done it yet. But 5 years, 6, 7, well, I get to day 2000 in a row. We're at 1823 in a row. Whenever it happens, it will be because the people out there are just sick and frustrated of not being given the thing they need most. It's free. I don't charge anything for my show. You could donate if you want, but you never have to pay a thing. You could show up every day, 2 times a day I'm live, and you could say, you know what? I don't know what he's going to do, but that's what I'm there for. I'm there to be inspired. I'm there to realize there's something greater than me. Because that's what I do this for. I'm here because there's something greater than me, guys. I'm not great. I'm just a human being. I'm here on this planet for a set amount of days. And while I'm here, I'm bringing fire to the earth. I'm sick of people allowing everything to be destroyed right in front of their eyes. No, somebody else will do it. Somebody else will fix it. No one's fixing it, guys. They are actively destroying everything we love. What a powerful, crazy rant from Mark this morning. Every morning there's a crazy rant. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I'll tell you what. I'm going to always tell you how I feel. You may not like it. You may say that he's too much. I'm sorry. This is just what I've got in me. I didn't even get much sleep last night. I came out here and I was like, man, I'm beat. We did a 2-hour show last night, hour and a half in the morning. This is already 17 minutes in. I don't know how long this show is going to be. It'll probably be about an hour, so don't go anywhere. I'm going to play some music. I'm going to play some comedy. I do have a few news stories for you as well. But every day starts with a rant. It's not always angry. It's not always frustrated, but it is always filled with 1,000% truth. The world we live in, the people that are actively trying to stop us from living our greatest life. And then we move into the positivity of that guitar sitting next to me and this drum I invented. It's the only drum in the world for guitar players. I patented it. It's called the BeatSeat. You can go to BeatSeat.rocks and order yours. This show is extremely unique for many reasons. There are people who invent products, but then they usually find someone to build those products for them. They go to a factory or China and they say, hey, build this product for me. I gotta have 1 million of them. I need it done as cheap as possible so we can, who cares about quality? It's about quantity. It's about making the dollar. I invented the only drum in the world for guitar players. I patented it. And instead of me having a builder or company build beat seats for me when I have orders, I build them all personally, one by one. So if you do order a beat seat from BeatSeat.rocks, and when you go there, you'll see her sitting on one because her is one of the artists that has a beat seat. Her drummer is one of our artists as well. But when you go to BeatSeat.rocks and you see her sitting on her beat seat, and you say, you know what? I think I want one. Make sure you scroll through all the models. For some reason, I have to adjust this. It's showing you the most expensive models first because I build these crazy, ridiculous high-end models out of hardwood. But you could scroll through and find the base model of a beat seat. It's $299 to order one. And they're hand-built by me in the United States of America, here in Fairfield, Connecticut, and shipped to you personally at your house. I put my signature on each beat seat, and you have something that's personalized. I don't know what happens with this show, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to quit. And whoever has a beat seat that I built with my own 2 hands could be valuable one day. Maybe more valuable than the amazing music you'll be able to create every single day from the moment you get it until the moment whatever happens with this show happens. But I would suggest anybody who doesn't have a beat seat that's a musician, order it while I'm still building it. They're unique. They're beautiful. I take a lot of pride in building each and every one. I don't know what happens when I send it to a factory to do it. The love just disappears at that point. 2 weeks ago, I built a beat seat live in front of you. It's the one I'm sitting on. This is called the Giganta beat seat. It's the first beat seat that's this large. It's like the XL version. I always built them for people that are about 6'1", 6'2" as a max, but I had a few people that are like 6'5", 6'6" say, look, your beat seat's sick, but it's like miniature for me. I'm like 6'6", and I'm like, geez, never thought about a dude who's like massive sitting on a beat seat rocking it out, but there's drummers out there that are 6'5", 6'6". So I invented or created the third option. We have a junior, we have the regular beat seat, and now we have the XL beat seat or the Giganta beat seat. And I just want you guys to hear the tone that comes out of this thing. This is my feet. You play your guitar and you get this with your feet. Kick. That's the deepest kick you will ever hear in your life. It sounds like a kick drum because it's as deep as a kick drum. Snare. You have another. So many tones, unlimited tones. Everywhere you hit it sounds different. And we write songs live in the moment with it every day, so stick around. I'm not sure if I'm going to write something today. It's early. It's early. But I want to show you this piece of content that I found on Yahoo. This was baffling. You have to head over to YouTube to see this, guys. Please do that. The link is not in the bio. I don't know how to do that on Clapper, but I do know all you have to do is type in Mark Inspires on YouTube, and you can see this. I'm going to do a window capture, so everybody on the YouTube channel and Facebook and wherever else can see this. On Clapper, unfortunately, we have this issue where it's just filming me on my green screen background. If you guys want to see what this green screen is broadcasting, please head over to YouTube. We just officially went over 13,000 subscribers. Probably the longest run in history, live daily to 13,000 subscribers. But we are officially there. I'm thankful because 2 days from now, I'll be at 6 years in a row live. So the anniversary, my 5-year anniversary is in 2 days. It's pretty exciting stuff. And that day will be 1,825 in a row. Bradley Smith already figured out, one of our family members here, that I believe June 23rd is my 2,000th day in a row. So I'm not sure what I do beyond that. Do I keep going? I don't know. I never intended to do 2,000 days in a row, guys. It's kind of stupid crazy, but do I keep going after 2K? We'll see what's going on with the family at that point. My philosophy is I needed to get to 13K. So if I can get to 13K, I can get to 130K. I can get to 1.3 million. I can get to 13 million without a question. Just need to get to 13K first. We just hit it last night. So now I feel like the roller coaster ride's about to begin. And all of a sudden we see 1,000 subscribers a day at some point. 2,000, 5,000 subscribers a day just joining the longest running daily show of hope. You don't need to show up every day to get it. But everybody needs hope. And one show that continues to provide it on a daily basis since December 31st, 2018, maybe that's something you could hang on to and say, you know what? I could do that. I could show up next week. I could show up whenever I'm feeling down. I could see what message Mark had that day. So keep that in mind. Please head over to YouTube and subscribe. And that is how we grow as a family member, as a family here. So let me play you guys something real quick. This was something really insane I saw the other day. And this is, I just want to, it's like a public service announcement. Please be very careful while you're out on the road because this is insane. And you're going to be like, what the, imagine this is you. First of all, the car this person was driving, like, a little suspect. Where is my, I don't know where my screen capture is. What the hell? You know, Joanne, when you, got it. When you're in the process and Joanne's hiding it from you. So this right here was nuts. I saw this and then I saved it. I forgot to show it to you for the last few days. But look at this. This is nuts. Oh, is it not going to show me? All right. Unfortunately, it's going to give me like a 45-second. I had it sit here for 2 days, so now it's not going to do anything. I have to refresh it. Let's see. All right. While this does the, it always selects a 45-second commercial. Let me get us over there. So if you guys can head over to YouTube and you can watch this. This is just a little something that I think is scary. When you're on the road, how are you of what's going on around you? This is the real question. Let me put up my right screen here. I have 2 different options for myself. So you can hide me in the corner. Where? I really shouldn't do it this way. All right, I don't want to mess around, so I'm just going to take myself off the screen. Guys, check this out. Just watch this scene that takes place here. Ready? Watch this. Did they show it yet? Did they already show it? Shoot. All right, watch this dude here. He's driving. First of all, that looks like duct tape all over his car. But look at this. Tire falls. Look at that freaking crap. Are you kidding me? A loose tire from a truck went under a Kia and sent it flying in the air on the freeway. Yeah, you think? Watch this again. 50 yards. That's like a Chevy Chase moment right there. That thing went up in the air at least 15, 20 feet, right? Look at this. Look, try to see if you can keep your eye on the driver. Where is that driver right now? That driver had no idea what was coming. Oh my goodness. Now I got to look at that truck again. Let's see what happens to that truck once his wheel comes off. Nah, he just kind of stays there. He doesn't do a flipperoo. He rolls off to the right. But this guy doing the flip, woof. Imagine, he's trying to pass him too. He's like, get out of my way, bro. Done. You know he crapped himself on that one, right? I would be, you got to figure that's a cleaning up the seat moment right there, right? I don't know what happened. Where am I? Cleaning up the seat moment right there. Viware, how are you? Good to see you. Trish Killian in the house. I got Kill It and Grill It. A-Plays is with me from the top. I love it. And over here on Clapper, we have the Clapper fam. Dan Smith is with me. How you doing, Dan? I got Sway. I got Bodacious kicking it with me. Alejandro, Tiana, and Juan Roca Pedraza. Are you Portuguese, my friend? Juan Roca. That sounds like a Portuguese name, Roca. Anyway, I welcome you guys to the longest running daily variety show on the planet. This is the Mark Inspire Show. We do this every day. We do it in the morning. We do it at night. We're just trying to see if we can get away from the negative world, although occasionally I'm explaining the negative world to you because you need to know what you're up against. You can't walk into it and be like, yeah, it's flowers and roses. No, you are the enemy. You are the enemy of the leaders of this world. They fear us. This is why the campaign to remove as many souls from this planet as possible is taking place. Guys, everybody's like, there's the population control. You're crazy. Do you guys really think AI is just going to sit around on the sideline? Is that why AI is taking over? So it could sit on the sideline? So humans could go do the work still? No, remove the humans. We are a freaking byproduct. We're waste in the eyes of the leaders. They don't need us anymore. They don't need our slave labor. That's what we literally are to them. They have automation. They've got robots. They have AI.